Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Idris.
You pull up in that Bentley, man, the ladies be like, hey.
Nice.
If you're gonna go out and drive like a retard, buckle up.
Have you ever got pulled over?
I plead the fifth. Yeah.
How's it going, guys? I'm Idris, and welcome to my show. Brent, how's it going today, man?
It's going good. How are you?
Hey, I'm cool. Always.
Appreciate you taking the time to ride with me.
For sure, man. Always. How would you introduce yourself?
Well, my name is Brent Franklin. So I'm from a little town called Cut and Shoot, just north of Houston, Texas. I live in Houston, Texas now, right in the upper Kirby area. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I do private equity, real estate, oil and gas investing. And, today I'm here with Ride With Me. This young man right here is an entrepreneur. He has a vision for where he wants to take this YouTube channel and all of his social media. So I'm a big supporter of the community, and I always, inspire other entrepreneurs to do what they do. So we're here today, and
that's an actual blessing. Hey, thank you for that. All right. So you just mentioned that you're an entrepreneur, and I know it comes with a lot of sacrifices. What was the other sacrifice you ever made?
Well, I think that everybody has sacrifices in life, whether they recognize it or not. And as an entrepreneur, one of the biggest things that people sacrifice is their time and their peace. Money comes and money goes. And there's so many people that are out there always chasing money. They have a dream to one day have the Rolex or the Cartier or the Escalade V's or the Lambos. But what they don't realize is a lot of people give up all of their time for money, and a lot of times it's not even worth what they gave up. So things that I value is my time, but some of my biggest sacrifices was absolutely my time. You look up and one day you go from 21 years old to 28 years old to 32 to 35. You start waking up, and if you're blessed, your parents, you can see that your parents have gotten older, your nephews or your relatives have, they're growing up around you, and you're so busy in the day-to-day life that a lot of times that passes you by. So I think one of the biggest sacrifices I gave up was like a lot of time and peace, but it's worth it. As an entrepreneur, it's been worth it. It's been good. I don't think that I would go back and change anything. I think that the things that you go through mold you into being the person that you are today. And it's kind of like, God brings you through things in life, and even if that's not your religion or what you believe in, just know that there's something greater out there. They created all of this shit for us, and opportunities are brought to us every single day. So one of the things that I've had to sacrifice was just peace, sleep, blood, sweat, tears. People walk up and they say, hey man, that's a nice car, what did it cost you? They don't realize it didn't just cost me money, it cost me blood, sweat, tears, friends, tons of losses, sleepless nights, hair, weight. So there's a lot of things that entrepreneurship will cost you, but the rewards have been great, and I'm very, very blessed and fortunate to be here today, especially with you.
Yeah, thank you, man. That after all the sacrifice, all this efforts, when the blessing finally comes through, what was the biggest change you had after money came through, or let's say after all the sacrifices, actually you got the reward for it?
Yeah, so money is a very, very powerful tool, and people always tell you money is the root of all evil. It's not money that's the root of all evil. Money is a tool. It was created for the trades of goods and services, for bartering. People couldn't go back in the day and trade 30 pairs of boots for land. So whenever you finally start to get financially stable and sound, money does one of two things. What it really does is it empowers you to be more of what you already were. If you were a great person and a big giver and a grateful person and thankful and fun and funny, money can empower you to be more of what you already were. If you're a piece of shit and you're an asshole and you're greedy and you're selfish, a lot of times people have those characteristics and those attributes, and it sticks with them forever. So me, I was always a good person. I've always been a giver. I've always been one to give back. That's why I'm spending the time with you today. And so one of the most powerful things about money is it empowered me to be able to help more people, inspire people, give back more to the community, and do more things that I love, because my dopamine and energy and peace comes from helping people. And money literally just, it empowers you to be able to do more of those type of things.
So when you finally get to this point, what's the first huge investment or first purchase that you do?
So the biggest investment that you make whenever you are financially stable is in yourself. A lot of people think that they want to go out and they want to buy a car, they want to buy a Rolex, they buy all the bullshit. And in reality, you have to invest in yourself. Your health is the number one thing you should invest in. I can't tell you how many unhealthy people are out there. They eat like shit. They don't care about what they put in their body. Your body operates just like these exotic cars. If you put shit gas in it, it's going to run bad. So the first investment is yourself. Invest in you. Invest in your education. Teach yourself something. Do something nice for you. The materialistic shit's going to come and it's going to go. But you definitely want to invest in yourself, and you can literally get in classes, courses. You can learn to do anything in this world. It's incredible where we live and how we live. But I would definitely say the first investment has to be into you. The first financial investment that I believe that you should make is you should start understanding how to invest small amounts of money in high risk things. A lot of people will talk about, hey, I want to make cash flow. Hey, I want to have passive investments. And in reality, those are made for more of maintaining wealth than it really is about generating wealth. People that don't have money don't know how to make money. Once they do learn how to make it, they don't know what to do with it. And once they have an abundance of it, they don't know how to grow it conservatively and protect it where they're not going to lose it. And these are issues that most entrepreneurs face because they don't have a background in finance. They don't understand. They're kind of just hustling until they end up somewhere that's greater than they anticipated. When I started my business, I said, hey, if I can make $150,000 a year working 6 days a week, I'll be set for life. Well, right now my business is generating over $150,000 a day. I still don't have crazy houses. I still don't have crazy vehicles. I've got a couple nice things that are within my means. And honestly, this is a tax deduction for me. So that's one of the points. I still rock the Target pants. I still rock my friend's local embroidery shop shirts, and I represent my business, and I invest in my brand. So you want to invest in your brand. You want to invest in yourself. You want to make sure that you're growing money and you're planting small seeds and high risk deals. And then once you have a lot of money, you plant large amounts of money in low risk deals, and you look for that capital appreciation. You look from converting your dollar into something that is going to grow faster than the inflation. And for instance, I tell you, let's say that you were to take $10,000 and go back 5 years ago and stick it in your sock drawer, right? You were going to save up. Well, if you wrote down the items you could buy for $10,000, whether it be a watch, a house, eggs, whatever, and you came back 5 years later, could you buy more or less of it with that $10,000 that's in that drawer? Probably less, right?
Yeah, probably less.
Because prices have gone up. That's inflation. But what if I took that $10,000 and I converted it into a gold bracelet that was $9,000 5 years ago, and now it's $15,000, and I cashed that out? Well, now I've created 50% appreciation in that income, and that's what people don't understand is converting cash that's paper. Their perception of having that money and saving it up, you want to convert it into tangible assets that are appreciating. Now, sometimes things go down. That's depreciating assets like boats, things like that. Everything has the opportunity to appreciate or depreciate. You just have to make sure that you're putting your capital in small amounts around there, and hopefully that you get a big win.
So you just mentioned nice things, and here today we'll be talking about you, and you'll be on the wheel. So that brings me to the question, how many cars you got right now?
I have a total of 7, and I've got different types. Most of them are work vehicles, things that I use. I keep very few luxury. Got some cool cars, but another thing is I'm a part of a business that leases out cars, so I can have what I want without having the financial burden of taking a bad investment. I can invest in a company that creates cash flow, not off the actual vehicle, but off the services that is provided from the vehicle that is renting. So a lot of my vehicles that I have, I lease, and I do it, like I said, a lot of times for tax purposes. A lot of vehicles are depreciating assets. So,
All right. And this car is called FAST ESV. Do you name all your cars like that?
Yeah, so my license plate says FAST ESV. There's a reason for it.
Awesome. Woo. Okay. All right. I think we all understand FAST ESV. That car is fast. That car pretty fast.
You know, it's here under the bridge too. So you wanted your fast 10 seconds. Here it is.
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right, so we're gonna do our fast 10 right here. Just gonna line up. You ready?
Yeah.
Woo! Something.
Yeah.
Not bad for a grocery getter.
Yeah. But it sounds pretty nice though. Yeah, it's pretty quick, yeah. It's a truck.
You have what's called V mode right here. You just push things down, it puts it in a race mode. You can put the sound, and then you've got your paddle shifters that are in real time, so you just downshift it. It's good.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, so we'll be moving forward with the next question. You ever got pulled over? Have you ever got pulled over?
I plead the fifth. Yeah, I've been pulled over. You know, so, well, I've been pulled over for a lot of things. I've been pulled over for speeding. I've been pulled over for not using a turn signal. You know, whenever you drive exotic vehicles, which I consider this to be semi-exotic,
Yep.
there's always jealous and envious people out there. Sometimes people pull you over because of what you drive. They're looking for you to do something wrong. I drive an orange Escalade, so if I drive through maybe a suburb part of town that's got like urban community to it, they might think that this is like a drug dealer's car or something like that. You never know, right? So they always find a reason. But to bring up your point, the last reason I got pulled over was because my license plate said FAST ESV.
And you proved the point.
And I did. No, so I registered this plate online, and I forgot to actually finish the registration. So I bought the plate, but I didn't register it. And so the cop saw the license plate, ran it, it didn't come back to anything. So he pulled me over and he cited me a ticket, but I ended up getting it registered and we're good. Yeah, dismissed.
Yeah, cool. Do you have a favorite road?
Have a favorite road?
Yeah. Well, you like driving?
No, I mean, this is pretty comfortable anywhere I go. You know, I drive different roads. I like driving fast, so I like the freeway and I like 610. I hate traffic. So, but,
have you ever heard of the Autobahn?
I've heard of the Autobahn, yes.
Would you try it?
Yeah, I don't think that this is quite fast enough. This only does about 100, 130. But Autobahn would be cool. It's super fast. Hey, we live in Texas. Some of our speed limits are 80 miles an hour here, so it's damn near like the Autobahn.
Yeah. Making it cool too. Yes. If I'm not wrong, it's a little high to maintain. So.
Yeah, it's not nearly as bad as everything else. So it just takes standard oil. I got to take 5 and I get my oil change done. And
what about the gas consumption?
You know what? It runs on premium fuel. It actually gets pretty good. I think I get about probably, 22, 24 miles a gallon on the highway. It's got the 10-speed transmission, so it doesn't burn a whole lot. It's supercharged. It's a 6.2 liter supercharged V8.
How many horsepower?
It's been like 700-ish.
Woo.
So.
Okay, so out of all of your cars, is this car your favorite?
This is my daily driver.
Okay.
I like it because I can just.
It's fair enough. I understand you. I do feel you. And Okay. Thanks God we got the retro. Oof. My hurt. Okay. Can you make a quick decision about two brands? Lambo, Ferrari?
Yeah. So I prefer Ferrari over everything. The Lambo is a nice car. I think the Ferrari.
You do have a Ferrari.
Yeah.
I'm not wrong.
Yep.
Which one you get?
F8.
F8?
Yes. It's a 2020 F8.
We should do one with that one, right? Someday.
Yeah, it's a little too fast.
Rolls Royce or Bentley?
I would take Bentley.
Why?
Man, Rolls Royce is good, but you know, you pull up in that
overpriced?
You pull up in that Bentley, man, the ladies be like, hey, and they hop up in there quick. Rolls too, you know, just it's hard for me to justify the price on a Rolls. $500,000, get a Bentley for $300,000.
Do you flex with your car?
What's that?
Do you flex with your car? That's a flex. You flex on other drivers. You do, right? You actually do. Oh, that's nice. And you're more manual or automatic?
So I usually run this in manual. Most paddle shifter. So
no, I'm talking about the actual manual.
Oh no, I mean I can drive manual.
You can drive it?
Well, this is your manual right here, but this is the new type manual. Most cars nowadays are all automatic, and you have to request them in manual.
Ever crashed?
Yeah, not in a long time though.
Was it bad?
No.
It was a little thing.
Yeah, just driving down a dirt road, swinging and banging, and then the tire lost control and I smacked the tail pole.
Okay, so that's no, you didn't really run into someone, so it's fine. Yeah, that's cool. Weirdest thing you ever done or never seen beyond the wheel? Let's start with you ever done beyond the wheel.
The weirdest thing or the craziest thing?
Let's do both.
The craziest thing I've ever seen behind the wheel is I watched a guy jump off a bridge and smack onto the freeway. That was pretty.
That's sad though, but
yeah, it was sad, but I mean, it was pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah, it is.
You know, the weirdest thing. I mean, I had a homeless guy get in my car one time. I made a block and I was in downtown. It was one-way street. I had a homeless guy try to get in. I don't know what he was thinking, but you know, I ended up almost. We won't get into that, but he almost didn't make it. So.
Any type of music you be putting in the car?
You know, I usually don't listen to music, believe it or not. I just
radio.
I usually
just
think.
blank, nothing.
Yep. I usually just think, and you know, I like to just have my mind clear and relax. Now here's the other car.
All right, Mr. Brent. Thank you for riding with us today. I truly appreciate it, and thank you for being here with us, giving us some strength.
Entrepreneurship is not easy. It's always hard, but it's worth it. Don't give up too much of your time, you know, for work. Make sure you spend time with your family. Make sure you give people an opportunity. Make sure you always give back. And remember, if you're gonna go out and drive like a retard, buckle up.
Nice wording. Thank you.